don't think it's going to require anything more than a 20, but I think it's going to depend on the wind. And if the pace starts out pretty slow, I want to be able to rest my legs on the uphills. So I figure if I have a 21, I should be able to just hang out in that and relax. I hope.
Pretty hard course, so it'll definitely be a race of attrition. I think it depends on how hard the race is in the beginning and if anybody has to go into an anaerobic state or oxygen debt due to the altitude. And if not, I think we can do okay.
I have a 12, a 14, a 15, a 16, an 18, and a 21. I think it's a perfect combination for today.
We'll see if somebody goes. We'll try to keep a guy with them. And if not, we just try to hang on for dear life.
No one was sure how they would fare on the tortuous 10-mile loop of the Collegiate Nationals road race. The route circles the rolling hills of the United States Air Force Academy. The women would run 5 laps and the men will run 7. No clear leaders emerged on the first laps. However, the King of the Mountain Preems, a sprint for points within the race, provided enough energy for a breakaway. Nelson Repenning from Colorado College and 2 other riders worked together to distance themselves from the pack. By the second King of the Mountain sprint, Repenning takes off, chased by Peter Vollers of University of Massachusetts. Yet, Repenning proves himself the strongest, and it is doubtful that Vollers can keep up. Nelson Repenning has taken the lead in a solitary breakaway. The pack is more than 2 minutes behind him. Meanwhile, a couple of hopefuls have emerged from the women's pack. They jockey for position in a preem sprint. Leading the pack is Lynn Allen of UCLA, Ann Sorotniak of Colorado University Boulder, and Renee Covey of Harvard. Making the move on the outside is Tammy Still of Southwest Texas. The winner is Ann Sorotniak of the University of Colorado Boulder. The high altitude has begun to take its toll as this University of Arizona rider is led off the track. A few moments later, the men's field. Peter Vollers has chased Nelson Repenning and caught him. Will Repenning and Vollers work together, or will Repenning try to shake him? On the next women's preem, Ann Sorotniak and Renee Covey go head-to-head. The sprint is on, and from the outside, it's Tammy Still of Southwest Texas. As the women descend the hills of the backside of the course, the lead is changed again. Allison Dunlap and Kathy Porter lead, followed by Ann Sorodniak and Lynn Allen of UCLA. Behind the women's pack, it's Nelson Repenning alone. Peter Vollers works to catch up with him. Coasting down the hill, he's tired. He hasn't been able to keep up with Repenning, and the pack is closing in. But a strong chaser has emerged from the pack. David Anthus from Arizona State University passes the women, determined to catch Repenning. Repenning wonders who might be chasing him. The camera crew lets him know that Anthus is a minute behind and closing in. Nelson looks over his shoulder, trying to catch a glimpse of Anthus. Can he hold his lead? His legs are aching and his lungs are burning. He is tiring. It's the bell lap, and to this crowd, it's as if he's already won the race.
He's the men's road race champion.
Behind the men, it's the women's finish. Tammy Still from Southwest Texas powers it in for first, followed by Ann Sorodniak of Colorado University and Kathy Porter of Colorado College. In the crowd is Tammy's parents, who are overjoyed with their strong win.
Not every day I get to meet a national champion, huh? That's super. Really nice effort. Really great effort.
They were strong.
How'd you find the course? Pretty tough.
Yes, very tough. It was very challenging. It was really wild. Back over there, all the men's pack passed us.
Yeah.
So we had the men's and the women's pack was all together. It was
Man, that's
big.
it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was
I
very
know.
big.
Nelson Repenning is dying, and David Anthus is looking strong. He has Nelson in his sights and plans to overtake him. David Anthus' plan has worked. He has caught Nelson Repenning and is still going strong. Nelson is fervently trying to catch up. However, the gap between the two continues to increase. As David goes over the final hills of the course, he looks over his shoulder once more and sees Nelson far in the distance. The bell lap is almost over, and the victor has been decided. Third place goes to Roger Marquis of the University of California in Berkeley. The winner, David Anthus, Arizona State University. Nelson Repenning, third place Roger Marquis, fourth Peter Webb, fifth Randy Mars, and sixth Kurt Walters. Tammy Still won the women's race with Ann Sarotniak and Kathy Porter following, Renee Covey, Allison Dunlap, and Kim Applegate coming in 6th. The population of Ellicott, Colorado swelled from 14 to 400 as collegiate racers from all over the nation prepared for the grueling time trials. The strategy here is go as fast as you can. Wind resistance is minimized through organized drafting. The more racers you have, the less time each individual has to spend breaking the wind. Obviously, the larger schools have an advantage here. However, that did not falter the spirit of these 3 women from Colorado College. After one team member tires out, the other 2 work together, exchanging leads, going as fast as they can. Problems arise when your only other team member begins to fall back. Your only option is to wait for them, and the precious wind resistance they can create. Here, the University of Colorado Boulder team executes a perfect turnaround. The team rides tightly and fast. Yet many teams came in with fast times. The winner, the Northwest Composite Team. Second place, the Western Composite Team. Third place, Cal Poly State University. And fourth, Texas Tech. The winner of the women's time trial was CU Boulder. Second, Cal Poly State University. Third, Berkeley. Fourth, Stanford. And fifth, Southwest Texas.
And as soon as we get the thumbs up, we'll be underway for the criterium.
The women's criterium event was represented by 35 different colleges, stretching from the University of Massachusetts down to Southwest Texas and on over to UCLA. Girls, are you ready?
Well, we're just about underway here for the beginning of the 1989 Firestone Collegiate Championships. And we are
In the early stages of the 50-lap race, the girls played leapfrog with the lead, but an upcoming preem assured that someone would hop out in front.
try to contain any effort if in fact Rodney's move was going to try to be a permanent one. Then they would do it to make sure that
A large race like this needs technical support. The Mavic company has been providing technical support for bicycle races for over 15 years. They've done it for the Tour de France, the Paris-Roubaix, and are now here for the Collegiate Nationals. Mavic supplied everything from wheels to full bicycles. Mavic's theory and technical assistance that a race should be a contest of physical ability and not mechanical chance. Therefore, if a rider gets a flat, she'll get a new wheel. If there's a crash, the rider gets a new bike. In this event, Mavic went through 25 wheels and 10 bikes. The criterium is the hardest on bikes. You have 100 riders in close contact on city streets. Anything can cause an accident. If a rider has a technical failure, they get to sit out one lap. Mavic tries to repair the bike in the time it takes to complete that lap. Things can get real hairy in the pit. By doing technical support and team sponsorship, Mavic gets an idea of the wear and tear that competition bikes go through. Mavic introduced the aluminum rim to the Tour de France in 1923. Recently, they were pioneers in the development of the composite disc-type wheels. These components were tested in the heat of competition and are designed for strength and efficiency. They are serviced easily when time is crucial. Many of the riders here are grateful for Mavic's support and the contributions that they have made to cycling.
generally slow, not seemingly concerned about the problems.
Roger Marquis, also from Berkeley.
And the men's criterium is underway on this 0.6 mile.
Early in the race, the pace was frantic. A new leader would appear at each turn, and for the first 10 to 15 laps, had many schools powering to the front of the class. No one could keep up this pace for very long, and an intermittent tailwind would lend a hand in keeping everyone fairly tight. The lead alternated between the University of Massachusetts, Colorado College, and North Carolina State. The lead alternated back and forth, and ended some riders' races early. And then, a lone rider appeared in the turn. It was favorite Nelson Repenning, who had jumped way out in front, even though he had learned in the road race how deadly an early jump can be. And this early in the chase, the posse wasn't far behind. But Nelson had a flat tire and could never catch up to the pack. The race was on for a new leader, and several colleges tried to break away. Then Peter Vollers of the University of Massachusetts put on the steam and broke out in front. Peter brought up one of his teammates, but his teammate couldn't hold on for more than a lap. Peter would have to go at it alone. The rest of the pack started to close in on Peter, and he found himself chasing another leader. But Peter's breakaway did prove to the rest of the pack that the University of Massachusetts was a threat to contend with. We are taking a break from the races to show what a road bicycle is made of. As competition in America heats up, each cyclist needs every advantage they can afford. Here is a beautiful Tomasini bicycle made for the front of the pack. It offers both function and beauty. The Columbus SLX frame set is made of strong chrome moly tubing with a marbled overspray paint job. The wheels, called Roval wheels, are imported from France. They are both strong and aerodynamic. They are built with 12 spokes in front and 18 spokes in the rear. To further cut down on wind resistance, each spoke is bladed and the front wheel is laced in a radial pattern as opposed to the traditional spiral pattern. The bike features Shimano clipless pedals from Japan. Unlike toe straps, these pedals allow the cyclist to enter and release quickly, plus provide a good strong bond between the shoe and the crank. The Tomasini bicycle from Italy, the Shimano pedals from Japan, and the Roval wheels from France are all available through William Lewis Imports in Pflugerville, Texas. Peter Vollers is in the lead once more. Trailing him is a rider from the University of California, Berkeley. In the pack, Peter's teammates try to disrupt the other riders, preventing a chase on the breakaway Vollers has. Another rider escapes from the pack and tries to join Peter, but he can't hold on. Peter rides alone, a solo breakaway, heading for the bell lap. Then a rider moves out from the pack, chasing Peter down. His teammates run after him. Here, a University of Massachusetts rider chases the breakaway from the pack, slips down the inside, and hammers down the course, trying to join Peter. He has Peter in his sights, and Peter is tiring quickly. The two riders join each other and work together. It's the bell lap. Peter desperately tries to hang on and let the other rider pull him. But around the final curve, the pack is behind them, and Peter puts on the steam in the final sprint to the finish line. Coming up the side, it's Trevor Thorpe from UCSB, but Peter wins it. Trevor Thorpe is second, and Brian Dykes is third.
Well, I tell you, it was 25 laps to go. I figure we're looking at about 13, 12 and a half, 13 miles to go. I figured I could hold it. The thing is this altitude, it's so hard, because what you try to do when you're off like that yourself, you try to go up the home stretch where the headwind was real hard, and then sort of just try to soft pedal as much as you can on the back stretch, and still keeping your speed up.
Speed just stays up. Your speed will stay up with little effort.
And you try to
tailwind.
right. You try to
put out on the head.
You try to recover, but then with this altitude, I never felt like I got recovery. It felt like it was just my energy level and my glycogen level in my legs was just dwindling the entire time until finally, the last lap, I was down to just cramped muscles. I just had to pull out some kind of mechanical sprint. I tell you, it was touch and go. I mean, you never know. I figured. The last lap, what I did is try to save as much as I can to pull out some kind of sprint, because that's basically one of my fortes is the sprint. And basically what I did is I came around that second to last turn, just held my breath all the way to the line. That's all I could do, because I was completely fried.
Later that evening, at the award ceremony, everyone concurred that the 1989 Collegiate National Road Race was a success, thanks to sponsors like Firestone, Mavic, William Lewis Imports, and thanks to a lot of muscle.
Looks like Popeye.